Konnichiwa and hi everyone. Welcome to Hot Minute with Horizon. I'm your host, Bryan Takano. Hot Minute is the official podcast of the Horizon Group that's created to provide you with the latest news and information about Horizon, our solutions, and global finishing trends. We want to keep things short and sweet, so let's jump right in. Hello and welcome to another episode of Hot Minute with Horizon. My name is Bryan Takano and today I'm joined by Yasuo Taketsugu of Horizon International to bring the latest news about our Horizon Smart Factory event that's taking place October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 2024 here at our Horizon headquarters and factory in Takashima, Japan. So thank you for joining me today, Taketsugu-san.
Thank you very much, Bryan.
So, Taketsugu-san, it's less than a month until Horizon Smart Factory. How are you feeling?
It is exciting. It is exciting to have, people from all over the world to show our smart factory concept in here. That is very much exciting.
Yes, we've been talking about it for a while, and then earlier this year we had Drupa, and then so we've had a jam-packed year full of events, and we're going to be ending it on a high note with Horizon Smart Factory, so I think it'll be an awesome event. So why don't we begin today's podcast by first talking about kind of the how Horizon Smart Factory came into this shape.
So how we started the smart factory concept, it's actually started in 2018 at the IGAS event. We had a smart factory zone at the IGAS event, and then we have invite, the speakers around the world, present, how, our customer is automating their facility. That was actually, the first time. And then the biggest one is actually in 2019, we had a Think Smart Factory event in Kyoto. So that event is actually because, in 2018 at IGAS, we had a good comment about the smart factory concept. So we, changed the gear toward the smart factory concept dramatically and try to organize that event.
And then following the Think Smart Factory 2019 in Kyoto, we've kind of been able to keep the Smart Factory event ongoing every year. We even had it in 2020, I believe.
Yeah. As you know, something happened in 2020, so it was almost like a virtual event. But the 2020 was the year we actually realized that we need to shift to, the smart factory concept dramatically. Because due to the COVID things, labor shortage, labor cost increase, supply chain issue and so on. So, making this, business differently or, reconsidered at the time. And then the smart factory was a perfect fit to, go that direction. So we keep, going for the smart factory, even the COVID remotely. So we did a 2020 and also the 2021 as well in a similar format.
Yes, and then that leads us to this year, Horizon Smart Factory 2024, where we're going to have our very first completely live Horizon Smart Factory event at the factory. So it'll be great having everyone from all around the world coming to visit, not just Kyoto like we did in 2019, but here at the factory. And everyone's working hard to prepare, right, Taketsugu-san?
Yeah.
The concept of the show is lights out automation. So could you explain this concept a little bit, Taketsugu-san?
So the lights out is actually a little bit a bigger word, but what we are trying to say is actually, as I mentioned earlier, labor shortage, labor cost increase, everything is becoming expensive, even electricity and so on. So we want to, drive the automation in more aggressive way. So we infrastructure our production way from printing to finishing, fully automated. So even in the dark, the, facility can be operated. That is actually, we would like to explain at the event.
Great, and we have lots of space to do it. So we have at our factory, we have our showroom and training room, and then another location on the factory, but we'll have a total of, I think, 2,000 square meters of exhibition space with over 20 systems. So not all of it will be the lights out systems per se. We'll have one specific zone. And additionally, with all these systems, of course, it's not just Horizon that is making this happen. We have lots of collaboration partners, software partners that are going to be taking part of this. So we have Canon Marketing Japan, DAC Engineering, Fujifilm Business Innovation, Funkeler, J Spirits, Konica Minolta Japan, One Vision Software, Ricoh Company, Riso Kagaku, RMGT, Screen Graphic Solutions, Spencer Matrix, TechNow, Tessitura, and Ultimate Tech. Wow, we have lots of partners.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the themes that's becoming very important now, because not one company is able to do everything. So it's important to have everyone here, right?
Yeah, that's actually from the beginning, the partnership is most important thing to achieve the smart factory concept. All the hardware vendors, software vendors, collaborating together to achieve, the smart factory concept, toward the same goal.
So we have all this exhibition space, 2,000 square meters with over 20 systems, as I mentioned before, and it'll be divided into 3 major zones. So we'll have the lights out zone, which will feature the systems that Taketsugu-san mentioned before that are able to operate autonomously without human interaction. And then we'll have our automation and workflow zone, which is the biggest area, actually the biggest exhibition hall. It'll be our showroom. And then we have the new focus zone, which will be kind of about a 5-minute walk from the other venue, but it'll also have lots of interesting systems to see. So why don't we go through kind of each zone and explain the concept and maybe some of the highlights that are in each of them. So we'll begin with the lights out zone, which, as Taketsugu-san mentioned, will be the highlight of our Horizon Smart Factory 2024. And it won't be running all the time lights out, because then it'd be hard to explain the systems, right, Taketsugu-san? But we'll make sure to have the lights on. And what kind of systems can we expect here?
So in the lights out zone, of course, printing press, and then the finishing devices, which include, the perfect binding system, and then saddle stitching system will be there. But in between, we're going to use the robotics, AGVs, and workflows. So even in the dark, everything can be processed automatically. That is basically the concept of this zone.
It'll be crazy seeing everything from the printing to the transportation of the sheets to the finishing systems, and then finish with the booklets and then the books all packaged, and then have them transported away to the shipping area.
That's pretty interesting area. So we have several ways to achieve it. For example, for the printer inline solution, one example is actually the screen collaboration, continuous inkjet press, together with our smart binding system. So this is actually, from the start, blank paper to the perfect binding, totally inline system.
That one is also with Hunkler. There's also
yes. Yeah, unwinder, cutter, buffering device, which is actually provided by Hunkler, Generation 8 series. Another interesting one is actually we have the printing press, from the Canon, from the Konica Minolta, but these are actually offline, printed. But once the pile of the stackers got full, AGV automatically, go to the press and pick up the pile and deliver to perfect binder or saddle stitching system to produce automatically.
And they're all sending signals automatically. It's not like someone is calling over the AGV to deliver the paper.
Yep.
It's all communicating through IceLink, essentially.
Yeah, IceLink and also the AGV software, but that's all tied into the workflow,
which will be in our automation workflow zone, where we'll have, in addition to a wide range of inline, nearline, and offline standalone systems, we'll also have our workflow zone to explain the workflow going behind, especially the lights out, but also the AGV, the logistics system that we have running at the event, right?
Yeah. So, the workflow and an AGV automation is actually the one of the important thing to achieve this. So, at this event, thanks to the collaboration with the software partners, we are actually showing a workflow together with a printing press and then our finishing device. So the customer can actually visualize the workflow together with actual, printed sheet. Sometimes, exhibition is difficult to see the workflow because, workflow is a software and explaining just the monitors. But at this event, we will be showing with the, just the physical paper.
And then we'll also have a kind of demonstration corner called the AGV Logistics Zone, which we can, it's the first time we've actually done something like this, but we're showing how AGVs can be utilized for an actual printer or bindery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a relay zone where we have printed pallets of printed materials, a forklift AGV, which will be shown for the first time at this event also.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come and pick up the pallets and then transport them to various other stations like the binding system or the saddle stitching system, right?
Yeah. So because how we can show AGV such way, we can present visitors, to explain how those AGV can work at your shop actually. Yeah. And then also, of course, we have our specialist over there. So if you are interested in implementing AGV, we can discuss at the event as well.
Great. Why don't we talk about some of the systems that will be in this zone? So what are the highlights?
So in this zone, one of the highlights we have is actually our new plow folding system will be there. So BBS 56, plow fold system together with a perfect binding solution, but it's first time showing together with our end seat feeder and then gauze feeder. So we can actually, show the case binding preparation system together with the plow folding system.
Great. And then we will also have our Ice Stitch Liner Mark V there, and I believe it's the first time that we're doing something with this system.
Yeah, so thanks to the collaboration with the Takano, we are able to show this system together with the Revolution 50, Takano's, the latest solution.
It'll be nice to see for the first time with Takano unwinding cutting technology. Great. Any other systems?
Yeah, we have actually a bunch of systems in here. For example, we have printer inline solution as well. We have shown, our buffering module, universal buffering module, SBM 100 at the Drupa, but that will be shown this area as well, together with the Ricoh, together with the Fujifilm Business Innovation. So we will be showing Smart Sliter, which is cut seat processing device, and rotary die cutter to produce inline solutions.
Yes, so we'll be able to go from blank cut sheets to fully completed cards, business cards, tickets, those sorts of job applications, right?
Yep.
And additionally, we'll also have another system with Fujifilm Business Innovation, right? Where kind of like a more transactional and direct mail sort of production system.
Yeah, that one was actually, shown at the Drupa as well, but using their unique technology, which is actually, how I should say, the toner, but it can work as an
it's an
adhesive.
Yes, adhesive toner. So you'll be able to see the system that can make various transactional and direct mail applications.
Yep.
And additionally, we'll also have a wide variety of kind of standalone devices like our new products that we're releasing this year, the SPF 2000 and BQ 300, right?
Yes.
Great. All right. So any other systems that we missed in this all? We'll also have the Smart Stacker.
Yes.
And Smart Binding system, right?
Yeah. So that system will be combined with the robotic technology. Just, we have shown the same thing at the Drupa, but the Smart Stacker and our BQ 500 puppet binder is integrated by the robot.
All right, and then finally we have the new focus zone, which will be at the Horizon Academy, about a 5-minute walk from the other venue, right? And this is kind of a different take on automation because we're showing how even offset printing workflows can be automated, right?
Yeah, that's a concept for that zone. So offset printing part, we are going to collaborate with the RMGT. They are bringing their stacking device, but it is not just a simple stacking device. When customer receive the paper, it's actually, paper wrapped, right? So that stacker is actually automatically peel off the wrapped, paper and then deliver to the pallet and well jogged, so it will be ready for printing. So this is a good way for automating the process, because I believe the time-consuming job is actually breaking the wrap paper and ready, and then jog it and then putting on the printing press. So at this event, unfortunately, we are not able to have the space for the offset press, but we will have the simulation of the delivery section of the offset printing. And in that area, we're going to put the pile of the printing material. That one is actually automatically picked up by the AZV and delivered to our B1, signature folders. So B1 signature folder, process it to the 16-page, signatures, and that 16-page signature will be piled, and then the robotic arm bring the pile onto the pallet for automatic palletizing. And then once the pallet got full, same AGV comes to the pallet and delivered to the puppet binder, which is actually the mini cap system, and produce puppet bound book. So this time, actually, we are going to include some unique feature on the puppet binder side as well. Once the book is finished, we are going to put the stacker, and then the stacked, book will be automatically paper wrapped. And then that paper wrapped, book will be delivered to the delivery section. But on the way, we have the inkjet printer integrated, and it will be printing, which book will be in that pile.
And I believe that'll be a printer from Riso.
Yes.
Great. So we have all the way from printed B1 sheets being folded to signatures, the signatures being transported to the bindery, and then the perfect binding, packaging, and then final palletizing of the finished products.
Yes.
All automated into one streamlined workflow.
Yep. Even after palletizing, we're gonna bring that one by the AZV to the shrink wrapping station, and then the shrink wrap the pallet.
So it's ready for shipping.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I can't wait to see that. Additionally to this offset workflow, we also have a newer solution that maybe lots of people haven't seen yet.
Yeah. So this is actually our, new trial into the packaging industry, flexible package packer, which we have shown that system at the Interpack show last year, but we are going to show that solution in this area as well. This solution is actually, normally integrated with the pouch making system. So this event, unfortunately, we are not able to bring the pouch making system. So complete already made pouch will be fed into the stacker and then picked up by the robot into the boxing. That process will be shown at this event.
Great, and I understand there's a lot of, this is a big opportunity for Horizon, so if you're interested, stop by the new focus zone for a look at this new packaging solution. That was quite a long list of solutions we have, but that's not all that we're going to have, believe it or not. We will also have some other things going on at the Smart Factory event to kind of make it worthwhile for everyone visiting Japan, right? So We're also going to be having factory tours.
Yeah, factory tour, because our theme for this event is a smart factory. So we're gonna show the factory tour tie into our smart factory concept. Like we are using the AZVs for making our equipment.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how Horizon itself actually uses the technology that we're promoting in our own manufacturing and production.
Yep.
Additionally, we will also have food and drink with refreshments available. We'll have like a food court. We'll have takoyaki, which is a good Japanese favorite. We'll have rice bowls. A Drupa favorite, Ice Link Cream, will also make a comeback with a local ice cream company. So it'll be very delicious. We'll have the normal hot dogs and burgers as well. So for maybe people that are getting a little sick of the Japanese food, we'll have options for that. And we'll also have an interesting cultural experience, right?
Yeah. So we will be demonstrating, actually, experiencing for you to do the tea ceremony.
Japan is a very famous place for tea, and they have their own kind of traditional tea ceremony that they go where you go through and make your own matcha. It's not standard tea, but it'll be an interesting experience for everyone, I think. Additionally, we'll have our Horizon International Technical Service team promoting their activities and how they're actually integrating IceLink to improve various services and technical support too, right?
Yeah, that's actually the important thing. How utilizing the data picked up by the IceLink can be used for a service. That's actually, very interesting. And we want to explain how important for us to implement IceLink for the future through that activity as well.
Great. Well, I believe that that's it for what we have to share now. If you're interested in wanting to come to the event but don't know how, contact your regional Horizon partner and they'll be able to get you more info so that maybe you can come to the event. We hope to see you at Horizon Smart Factory 2024. ありがとうございました. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Hot Minute with Horizon. If you have any questions or topic requests, please send us an email and we'll see if we can introduce it in a future episode. Until next time, stay happy, healthy, and finish first with Horizon.